Hello, welcome into Galactic Eyes. uh, Welcome. I wanted to talk about Sagittarius, the Sagittarian energy. I've learned, or I've received some information recently regarding my own life, regarding my own energies, particularly studying my astrology. And I am a Sagittarian. And in so many readings I've seen from various other tarot readers or astrologers, there's always this theme of doubt in the Sagittarian, this theme of not knowing their mystical power or nature. Let's see if that's horizontal. There's this kind of doubt that kind of pervades it all. And this Sagittarian energy, the symbol for the Sagittarius is the centaur. Centaurs in mythology were super violent, so very warlike race, pillaging, raping, looting, partying, just wild, very wild, like wild beasts almost. Chiron was one centaur that was much calmer than the rest of his violent race. And he became a hermit. He went into the caves and he started to study divinity and the teachings and lessons of the universe. And he became very wise because of that. He became a scholar. And Chiron then became the teacher of heroes, like Hercules and Perseus and Pericles or something like that. But the allegory for all of this is once that virility, that warlikeness, that primal surge, which the kind of vaulting, galloping force of the centaur kind of embodies, right? That kind of primal raw surge of energy lensed into physicality, right? So you've got the virility of the horse, so when you see someone that you think is really virile or hot, right? Hot, passion, fire. Sagittarius is a fire sign. You say, wow, what a stallion, maybe. Yeah. So the Chiron became a scholar. So he's an example of that virility that's taken a reflective, introspective study. And in so doing, he teaches some of the greatest heroes in mythologies. What that's an allegory for is when the primal is tamed and it is brought into order through the God-given gift of the mind, through the human half of the centaur, right? The intelligence side of the centaur, not just its primal part, right? Because they're half human, half horse, right? Once it is tamed, the virility is tamed, it becomes scintillating. Scintillating means alive, an elastic mind that can accept many ideas. It can move and see different things from different perspectives. And that becomes the teacher. And it teaches the heroes how to overcome darkness, how to overcome monsters, how to achieve their goals, right? So that's the Sagittarian energy, right? To overcome goals, to defeat, to bring to order the darkness. Now, in a lot of these readings that I've got from other people, or have been seeing from other people about Sagittarius, there's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of doubt of their power, their mystical power. So that allegory, everything that I've talked about with the centaur, I understand that as it is the darkness and the devil and the primal energy within the collective. so many Sagittarius, so many readers of tarot that have been trying to interpret the Sagittarian energy, interpret it like it's a relationship, that like it's a lover. But because the Sagittarian energy is so intimately connected with mythological forces, I mean, the Centaur is one of the most, I mean, perhaps next, and it is right next to Capricorn, is probably one of the most mystical of the zodiac signs, right? I mean, there's also Pisces, perhaps, as well, but I have a moon in Pisces. So this love affair that keeps popping up with the Sagittarian energy, I think that love affair has to do with bringing to it's that love affair with the energies of the universe, with this virile flow of information that the Sagittarian person is tapped into. I'm trying to think of another metaphor to kind of explain this more succinctly, so you can visualize it or imagine it. It's no, not vines. The collective consciousness of humans, of us as a species, the energy that we're all kind of psychically dealing with, unconsciously, subconsciously dealing with. It's like a river, right? It's more like an ocean, right? An ocean is a good word. And the Sagittarius energy is like a port, or like a canal. A canal might be a better word. The Sagittarian energy acts like a canal. It's this virility that can carve a path through the mind. Remember, this is all allegory, it's all metaphor. It can carve a path through which the subconscious waters can flow. And with its arrow and its flaming arrow, it can mark the unknown territories so that the subconsciousness can be guided. And the primal energy that we're currently purging and dealing with in the collective, so all the Satanism, all the abuse of children and human trafficking, all the dark forces and intimate insidiousness that pulls us away from our authenticity, GMOs, food, cancel culture, so many things, so many things, on so many fronts. And it is the Sagittarians that are energetically, mystically taming that primal energy in the collective. So and that is Sagittarian. So if you have come in with a sun sign in Sagittarius or other dominant planets in the Sagittarius house or zodiac alignment, then that is the energy that you're working with. It is this categorical wielding, like the energy of the centaur that I was talking about, and Chiron. And that's intimate. That's incredibly intimate. That's an intimate thing. And so when you're doing it in a tarot reading, it can come off like it's a relationship to another person. It's that intimate. In fact, I would say it's even more intimate because it's interwoven with the very fabric of your being. It is the very nature of the energy that you have chosen to represent in this incarnation, with when and where you decided to come in and your astrological alignment. So there's a big task at hand, and I honestly feel that there's a very large attempt to hijack Sagittarian energy because they are kind of the shepherds for the subconsciousness. And that is why the Sagittarian energy is quite deep and it's analytical. It's a flaming arrow that you go and shoot into the darkness so bits and pieces can be seen. So, is there anything else I want to say about that? It's very important to make contact with the significance of that. And you can also do that within your own body. The Sagittarian nature, it goes very deep but very general, and it's also a very big picture kind of thing, because like I said, it's the shepherds for the ocean of the subconsciousness. It's these maybe ports or canals isn't even the right word. It's more like the gaps between continents or something like that. Ushers, continental ushers of energy. But it's a categorizing force, categorizing and commanding force that is designed and expresses the energy needed to make the primal and the devil yield and be subservient to higher will. Because you can't abolish the devil. You can't abolish the negative energies or the dark archetypes, because they're archetypes, right? And they are just as valid a part of this reality as the light is in the physical sense, because we live in the realm of duality. So the Sagittarian is that essential force to make the darkness yield to the light. It's not about abolishing it, it's about taming it, like Chiron did with his own centaur nature, right? And then he became the teachers of heroes, right? So that is the heroic deed, to tame the devil. We say defeat or conquered, but that means because it now yields to divine will, to authentic will, to loving will, to an open heart. A heart that conduits divinity, conduits light. And it's necessary, because if you didn't have those primal, devil-esque energies, then physicality would not be possible. There would be no cosmic dynamicism through which to have heightened evolutionary experiences, where you have shorter lifetimes and you propagate, and you're very highly evolvable, highly adaptable, and so source consciousness can have multiple more experiences. That wouldn't be possible without the devil energy. And the devil energy is now, we are now coming to our adulthood as a species, and an initiation into our adulthood, where we decide if we will tame it or be tamed by it, the devil energy. And the Sagittarians are playing a very commanding role in that. I doubt they would be the only ones. Actually, perhaps all of the fire signs in some way are doing that, with Aries and Leo. Yeah, it might be a fire sign thing as well, but coming at it from the Sagittarian angle, and I just wanted to say that, and I hope that's useful for anyone who sees that out there. So, tame, categorize, don't abolish, make it yield, make the devil energy come to order into how it serves the highest purpose and highest intention. And that takes will, that takes consciousness, and intention. And that is the purpose of the Sagittarian energy. So I'm just trying to give a deep way to explain it for any Sagittarians out there that are kind of doubting themselves, because I've seen it a lot in the tarot. There's a lot of self-doubt, and I think it's because it's a highly underrated value of the Sagittarian energy, underrated and overlooked, because we've been so collectively detached from this notion of like ley lines and collective consciousness and just energy in general, right? Like feeling the energy, feeling the collective consciousness, and we've lost the mythological bridge between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And that's the whole point of mythology, is to bridge where the cosmic information and intuitions and just cosmic information from the universe comes in our subconsciousness, which is so enormously vast we can't process it consciously. Mythology is what helps bridge the conscious mind into the unconscious, into the subconsciousness, and kind of can clarify and to a degree quantify this unknownness in here. And the mythical creature of the centaur is one of those things that it's that in the either from the subconsciousness or the conscious mind, it can shoot flaming arrows so you can see your way, and so that you can see your way, and ultimately, like the centaur does, make the darkness yield, so that so that all that illusion that is stopping this divine confluence from the subconscious into the conscious mind can be parted, can be commanded to exist where it's meant to exist, in the small corner as potential that we call in it when we want it, and it is subservient to us. And that requires command, that requires will and understanding one's sovereignty and understanding the point and place of evil, and to love it for what it is. But that doesn't mean accept when it's unbridled and unregulated. You can love it, but you can still say, whoa, 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 Nelly, because it's a horse reference, Nelly, right? Whoa, whoa, Nelly, no. This is my game. I'm the conscious one. I'm the aware one. I acknowledge you. I see you. I love you. I accept you. I take you into my heart, and you will yield into my design from the place of authenticity. And together we will create beautiful things, and genius, and sex, and creativity, and joy, and sovereignty, and power. Right? It will be an integrated power, which is all part of the ascension process. So, much love. Namaste. I hope that's useful and you got something out of that. All the best. Ciao. And please like and share if it resonates. Doop, 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 doop.